Okay, I just got this p52 in today, and it's windy and nasty out, so I'm just gonna hack this IR with externals just for an extra camera. So we'll start by taking out the screws. First we better turn it on to open up the shutter cover. Take batteries out. Now we can take the screws out. Okay, now I'll just take this ribbon off down here. And the back cover comes off. Now we can unplug the shutter motor wire. Pull that out. And then you can unplug this little ribbon here so we can get back to the externals. And while we're at it, let's take this ribbon off, and then this screw, and then these two screws so we can get at the glass so we can scrape it for the IR hack. Keep my arm out of the way here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's go back and do the externals first before we pop this glass out. So there's a little tab right here we lift up on, and then the front will just pull out. Front pulls out. Okay, and what I do is I'm going to drill a little hole right here in the middle. Then I'm going to come in with my wires and I'm going to scrape these contacts right here a little bit. Then I'm just going to tin those, and then that's what I'll solder my externals to. Now I'm just going to scrape on a knife. Just going to rough those up a little bit like I pointed out. Okay, now I'm going to tin those contacts. And I always like to pry up on my battery contacts a little bit, because actually just yesterday I had a p52 unit that was dead out in the field, and that's what it was. So now I'm going to go ahead and solder my external power wires on. So we'll go positive first. And then we'll do the negative here on the right side. And I am out of wire, so I'm using 2 green. Okay, I'm not sure if I did this in the last cut here, but here's our external power wires right here. I like to route them under the lens assembly here. So as you can see, they go under and then they come out right here. That's worked pretty well for me so far. So that's what I do, and now I'm going to pry up on this, and I'm going to take out our glass. And I just use this little needle mouse here to grab them. It will be stuck on the back every time I've done it. Wow, it's really stuck this time. Jeez. Well, that's a first. When I pulled it off, it actually pulled off some of the IR filter on there. I hope that's not stuck on there now. Oh, there it is. It came off. Okay. So you can see, I've done a video on this before, but you can see the filter. See, on the bottom right side, that's where it actually just pulled off. I've never seen that happen before. But what I'll do is I have a fresh blade on my X-Acto, and I'm just going to scrape that off. And it's going to come off very easy. As you can see, it's coming off a lot easier because I had that started from when it just pulled off there. It actually looks like it took a little piece of the glass off there, but anyways, so there it is. It's clean. Now this is a really clean piece of glass. So all I'm going to do is just take a little rubbing alcohol and wipe the bottom on there. Not rubbing nice of 91%. Nice. Sometimes when you're scraping the glass and get a little etched up, so then I'll just take some rubbing compound with a Dremel and clean it up a little bit. But this one looks really good.